What is going on, YouTube people? Neo Cards and Comics here today for a pickups video. I have not done a mail day / pickups video in a while, and I have a host, an assortment, an array of products to amaze you all with today. I have been buying / trading for a little bit of everything. We got singles, we got stuff to send the PSA, we got some wax, we got a comic book, we got a PC pickup. All of it. Let's just go ahead and dive straight in. Enough messing around. First up, just a little eBay purchase. This was like 15, 20 bucks maybe. I don't remember. 93 Upper Deck Ramirez Top Prospect PSA 10. Just a good little cheap slab to throw in the old Man Ram collection to throw in there. Always really like the image on this card, and I like the fact that he's in the old 90s style Indians uniform before they switched to the modern one in 94. So that is good old pickup number one. Then I have been on a rabbit hole down a rabbit hole looking for things to send to PSA for the new $16 special. I had some stuff laying around already. And then I had also purchased some stuff. One of the things that I picked this up at the Hartville show about a couple weeks ago. Some of this stuff is days old, and some of it is weeks old, just kind of depending. I've been kind of hoarding this stuff for a while. The pickup from the Hartville show was, this looks familiar, right? We got one sitting right back there. A raw blue sparkle J-Rod from Topps Heritage. Picked this up for like $100, 110, 100. I don't remember exactly. Right around there. My best guess, this is probably going to be a PSA 9. I don't think this has a decent shot to 10. It is ever so slightly OC, and then there is a little surface mark across the middle of it. So that's probably going to be more than enough to hold it back from a 10. But I think it'll 9, and I would just rather move it in a 9 slab than raw, to be quite frank, because then it's just less to deal with. I've always been a sucker for this card. I think it's one of his best-looking rookie cards in terms of aesthetics. So pick this up. We're going to send this in, kind of see how she does. If it comes back, something crazy, then we can always crack it out. The other thing that I've been picking up is low-end Otani stuff, and I went kind of all in on one of his inserts that I really like. And that is this All Aces from 2023 Topps Series 1. You can get these for 10 to 20 bucks, just kind of depending on the day and the time. They really vary. This one actually just got in the mail today. This one will not go off the PSA. It's got a little bit of an edge issue there. But I bought a ton of these. Not a ton, like 6 or 7 of these. About a third of them aren't going to make the grade from a grading perspective. The big thing that I pay attention to on these is back centering, because it's very prominent with the way that they border it. But a lot of eBay standard envelope purchases for those, so got those in. And then I have these 4 that I am going to send in. PSA 10s right now do like, I don't know, 150 to 175. I have to imagine that's going to come down as a lot of people are going to send these in, but I absolutely love this insert set. These cards just look great. They're not super rare. There are numbered versions of these, and I'm a little intrigued by those, but I didn't go crazy. I was just looking for something kind of low end to snag. I actually, if these came back in a PSA 10, I might actually hold on to one. I just think it's a really great looking insert, and his stuff's super hot right now. But whether or not it will be in 2 months when this stuff comes back, I don't know. But this stuff's going to go off the PSA. That one is not. We'll do a full PSA video later in the week, maybe this week. I got some stuff coming in depending. Next up, also in the Otani vein, these popped up, and I don't normally go after Topps Now stuff, but it was kind of a prisoner of the moment. I've had these on my desk for about a month now. The WBC Topps Now from Otani striking out Trout. I think the print run on these ended up being about 40-some thousand, so they're not going to be super rare. But I snagged a 5-pack. All 5 looked pretty clean, which I would expect them to since they're Topps Now cards. I'm going to send them all into PSA. I have no ideas what these will do PSA graded. This might be a massive mistake. But I just thought it was a really cool card. Really cool moment. And kind of the thing that kind of really pumped him up to the next level at the beginning of the spring, or end of the spring, heading into the season, end of spring training there in a WBC with that moment of him striking out Trout. So I just thought it would be a cool card to have. I figure it would be pretty popular in a PSA slab, depending on how they grade out. This was another one. If I got like multiples in a 10, I might just actually kind of stash one away just to kind of hang on to. Not that I think it's going to go to the moon or anything crazy like that, but I got 5 of those. Came in. I think that's it for singles. I also got some wax. In addition to, we did the videos on the Prism Monopoly the other day. These actually came today. These shipped super fast. You may actually, depending on the order of operation here, you might actually see the box break video for these before the pickups video goes live. I'm not sure. But Prism Basketball Megas. Now, I am probably an idiot for buying these. These popped up on Target. They sold out in about a day. Beyond the Prism Basketball Monopoly, I don't plan on buying any other Prism stuff. I'm definitely not buying a hobby box. These were $60 a pop. It feels expensive. I am probably going to get smoked out of whatever I end up opening. But I do plan on opening one of these up, and then we'll just kind of see what happens. So look for an upcoming Prism Mega box opening. Like I said, I'll open one of these and probably stash the other 2, at least for the time being, unless I get desperate and then bad things happen. But yeah, pick these up for $60 a pop. Also on the sealed wax front, I did a deal at the Canton show this past weekend, my local show. I had the 2 extra Prism Monopoly blaster boosters, whatever you want to call it, booster packs. I took those with me, and I had one person in mind that I wanted to go to first because it's someone that I chat with often. So I figured I'd offer them up the deal first. And he didn't want to buy them, but we ended up doing a trade. So I traded 2 Prism Monopoly booster blasters, whatever you want to call them, and some cash. 120 in cash and 2 of the Prism Monopoly boxes, and got a Series 1 2023 jumbo box to add to the stash. So these are doing about $230. I threw in the 2, like I said, the 2 Prism Monopoly blasters and 120 cash. I was into those for retail, so 30 a pop. So essentially, I picked up this box of Series 1 Jumbo for $180 out of my actual pocket. Like I said, they're currently going for about $220 to $230. So I feel perfectly good about that deal. I am not planning on opening this, at least not anytime soon. We'll just add this to the stash of other ones that I have. I have 3 others, I believe. I think it's 3 others. And I'm into them all for that same price range of that 160 to 180 range, 150, I think, even on a couple of them. So we'll add that into that pile. So that was trade number 1 that I did, the first thing that I traded for. But moved the Monopoly wax off for some baseball wax. It's been discussed to death. I have a feeling the Prism Monopoly stuff is a moment in time, and that it may not hold value long term. And I don't think this is going to go to the moon or anything crazy. I just feel this is safer. So that's the biggest reason why I did that deal. Next one. This box is a little bit bigger. I'll try not to bump the camera. This is fresh from Florida. A Rudy special. I bought this off of Alpha Investments. This is March of the Machine Commander Deck set. It's the sealed case of the 5 Commander decks for March of the Machine. He ran a special on these for like $160 for a case, I think it was. So I don't typically go after the Commander stuff very hard, but this is one of the bigger yearly releases. They do kind of seem like they were a pretty good deal. So I snagged these. I don't plan on opening a case or anything. These will just sit sealed on the shelf behind me. So we got a little magic wax there for some TCG stuff. And last but not least, a comic book. Nothing crazy. This is a variant cover. I normally do not recommend going after variant covers unless it's just something you're buying for your PC. I don't think that they are very investable 9 times out of 10, but I do like myself some Spider-Gwen. I saw this pop up. Oh, I pre-ordered this a while ago. But when you pre-order, and I pre-ordered it in a CGC 9.8 grade, you have to wait for it to come back for grading. And for whatever reason, this one took forever. I probably pre-ordered this like 6 months ago, maybe even longer. It is the Spider-Gwen Gweniverse. It's the Rico variant or R1CO variant. And just a cool looking cover. I just really, really like this cover with like the moon in the background and her kind of diving off of a building. I think she's actually, if I had to imagine, she's probably falling upside down if I had to bet. But just a great looking cover. This was like $75, maybe $70. I don't know. I have a pretty decent stash of Gwen, just various different covers that I think are kind of cool. So pick this one up. We'll just go ahead and throw this in the old slab box upstairs where I keep most of my non-high-end books at, and just add that to the Gwen PC. That's everything. That's probably like a month and a half, maybe 5-6 weeks worth of pickups. All different shapes and sizes. Stuff for grading, TCG stuff, comics, the whole 9 yards. That's all I got for you guys and girls. We will catch you on the next one. Peace.